So today we're going to talk about doing these arrangements, but we're going to have a little bit of a problem when we have these repeater letters. Okay, so when we have repetition in our letters or our set of data, we have a little bit of something we have to consider there. So the first example is just sort of old news. How many arrangements are there of all the letters in the word linear? Linear has no repeater letters, and there are 6 of them, so that's just a straight up 6 factorial, which if I remember right is 720. All right, now when we move into example number 2, they've given us the word beeper, and we have these 3 E's that are going to be a problem, much like what we saw in the word boot on your homework. A little bit of a problem there with those repeaters. So let's just pretend that all 3 E's are different, okay, that somehow they are different. So we have 6 letters, so it would be 6 factorial or 720 different arrangements if somehow the E's were different. So how many ways could we arrange the E's? Again, pretending that they are different. We have 3 of them, right, so 3 factorial, which I believe is 6. So what we do to deal with these repetitions, when we consider the E's to be the same, we would take the total number of words that we could get and divide by the repeaters. So now we'll get only 120 different words. No, it's not bad at all. So it's the total that you would get divided by the repeaters.
I thought you said we were getting rid of them.
We are, by dividing by them.
But they're still there.
Yeah, but we're not using them.
Oh.
We're ignoring them.
We're being bullied.
We are. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, we are. All right, so here we go, the beautiful word asparagus. There are 9 letters, and for right now, we're just going to pretend that we're going to use all 9. So again, that total idea. What is 9 factorial?
3, 6, 2, 8, 8.
I agree. And then what do we have for repeated
But
letters?
there's 2.
Okay, good. What do you got?
Well, there's the 3 A's.
We have 3 A's
and 2 S's.
and 2 S's. Okay, so let's deal with the 3 A's. So that would be a 3 factorial, or 6 repeaters there. And the 2 S's would be a 2 factorial, or just the number 2.
How is that?
Would we add them together?
We multiply them.
times 1. Which is 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we take our total and we divide it by the A repeaters and the S repeaters. And we multiply those. It's the counting principle that we saw earlier this week. So as far as distinct or unique words, we're going to have now just 30,240.
Just.
Yeah, just a few. From the word asparagus.
Why would we need that stuff from the word asparagus?
Well, you know, sometimes we do weird things in math. To the back. Let's have a little practice here. And I do want to show you how to do these on your calculator. We can. Let's jump in and do it by hand, and then I'm going to show you on your calculator. So, here we go. The word daddy. How many letters? So it's a 5 factorial. Yep, which is 120, good. And what do we have for repeaters? 3 D's. Did you bring your glasses? Oh, I'm so funny.
I don't get it.
That's okay.
I don't get it either. So
That's fine. So I think we would have just 20 different arrangements. Did I do my math right? May I show you on your calculator?
Yes, please.
Great. There's a few buttons to push, so be sure you're checking out the key press history.
I like pushing buttons.
All right, so I need 5 factorial first.
Wait, forgot how to do factorial.
You push your math button,
Oh.
slide over to PRB,
On 4.
and then choice 4.
Right.
And then straight up your regular old divide button, and then 3 factorial, and then an answer.
Oh, I like doing it the way.
That's fine. You
I
can
like
do it by
this
hand.
way.
You can do it on the calculator. I don't care. Just get the right answer. Let's move on to soccer. How many letters do we have to pick from? And what do we have for repeaters? 2 C's. So 6 factorial, I believe, is 720.
Wait, I have a serious question. Now, if you have, like, Tennessee, where there's doubles of
Lots of things.
lots of things,
Mhm.
do you just multiply them? Like, in your calculator, when you put it
Yep,
in?
I'll show you.
And what if the whole word, like, I don't know a word that's like that, but
Uh-huh.
what if it's all repeaters?
Like Hannah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
or a race car.
Yep, we can do that. Mhm. Ready? So Tennessee, we have how many? 9 factorial divided by. You're right, we've got some repeaters. Let's start with the E's.
4.
And then the N's. And then the S's. And I'm going to jump right to my calculator for this one. Those of you who want to do it by hand, have a great time. So 9 factorial divided by, and now I'm going to put in parentheses all that stuff in the denominator, because I want the calculator to do that all at the same time. And then close my parentheses. So what I wrote, I typed, and all that stuff that's in the denominator needs to be in parentheses. So 3,780 different ways you can rearrange the word Tennessee, which I know is something that you've just been questioning your whole life so far.
I don't even know how to spell it, so.
Okay, the word calculate. I believe again we have 9 factorial. We have 2 C's, 2 A's, 2 L's. Did I miss anything? Okay. I want to show you one more way, which you may or may not like. I'm not doing the multiply by 1 anywhere, because multiplying by 1 doesn't really do a whole lot for us. Okay? So I'm ignoring that part of it. But I know that 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 8. So I can just cancel those out. And so now on my handy dandy calculator I can do 9 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 to get my answer. If you would like to do it that way, that is sort of option number 3. 45, 370.
But what if there's an 8 on top and just the 8,
That's fine,
and you divide it by 2 times 2 times?
but it's an 8 factorial.
Uh,
So you can still get rid of the 8 and you just have the 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yep? Good. Number 5. This is sort of like that last question on your homework from today. The word boot had those double O's, and the word 2000 has the double zeros. Okay? So, we're supposed to get distinct 4-digit numbers. That's your clue that we're getting rid of those repeater zeros in this case. So we have 4 factorial to pick from, that's our total, and then we have a 2 factorial repeater. And you've got a lot of different ways you can do this. You can jump right to your calculator, you can just do it by hand, you can cancel some stuff out and then do it by hand. I would do this for this one because it's pretty simple. I wouldn't even go to my calculator. I think it would take more time to push those buttons and everything, but that's just my opinion. You're certainly welcome to. It's not against the law. Number 6. The greatest number of different 5-letter arrangements that can be made from the letters in which of the following words. Now let's think before we calculate. What do you know, Angelina? What do you see?
Well, all of them except for one have repeated.
Oh, what's going to happen with the repeaters? They're going to have less possible arrangements because we have to get rid of repeaters. So 2, 3, and 4 are going to all have repeater letters which we would divide by. So there's no reason to even do any math. Choice 1 is going to have the greatest possible
Was there one like this one?
number of arrangements. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Number 7, Jonathan would like to make an 8-digit code from all of the numbers in his birth date. If he was born on 12/28/1982, how many different 8-digit codes could he create? So, Jonathan has a few repeaters.
Yeah.
2
1,
All right, so 2 1s. How many 2s?
3,
And 8s?
2 8s.
All right, so I'm probably going to do this one out by hand. You go ahead and do it your way.
Why is there 2 2s?
What?
Because the 8s and the 1s are both repeaters with 2. You asked why there were 2 2s, they're right there.
I know, but the 3 2s.
Oh, over here?
Yeah.
Because 3 factorial is a 3 times 2. And then I have a 2 factorial and a 2 factorial.
Could you cross out the 3 instead of that 6?
Yep,
Okay.
yep. 1680? Everybody want to try their birthday and see how many different arrangements you can have?
No, thank you.
Oh, come on.
I wanted to be born
mine
on
doesn't have
9
8
9
though.
99.
Mine's only got 7, unless you put a 0 in there, like 0, 3.
So this is mine.
You're born on New Year's Day.
I am a New Year's Day baby.
What time? I was born on the 6th.
1:42 in the afternoon. What's going to happen with mine? Look at mine and look at Jonathan's.
Oh, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I know, I'm awesome.
Thank you, I know I am.
I'm smart.
Do you have some tape I can borrow?
Absolutely.